Hello folks, I'm just jamming away here on my fretless precision bass. I want to give you a little insight to this instrument. It was back in the late 70s I heard Jaco Pastorius and knew I had to have a fretless bass. I was already playing a fretted precision bass at the time, so the decision to have a precision was just completely natural for me. We saw an ad, my parents and I saw an ad in the Melody Maker, which is this music paper in England at the time. And at the bass centre down in London they had a fretless precision bass. And it was the only one they had, so my parents and I went down on the train to get this bass. Here we have the bass that is making a very rare public appearance. And that is the bass that we brought back. And as you can see, looking side by side, almost 30 years ago, it's almost the same bass that I have now. In fact, there's just a few little modifications that we've done since then, and really what it boils down to is the ebony fingerboard that we put on that. And let me tell you how that evolved into wanting that. I'm essentially a rock player. I always use the round wound strings. And so that digs into the old rosewood fingerboard. We shimmied this down and put some finish on it, but the only way that I could really get to have the bass that I wanted was to have an ebony fingerboard, so you can use that with the round wound strings. So that's what we have on here. This bass, by the way, the original one, is the one I used on all the film stuff and a lot of recordings that I've done. So this bass has a history. I put in the loudest jazz bass pickup that I could, which was available at the time, which was a DiMarzio. I knew nothing about how to put it in. I had a hammer and chisel, a drill and a soldering iron, and just went for it on the back garden of my parents that summer of '83. If we lift up the pick guard, we'll see underneath there, in the finish I had the soldering iron, and I put Tony Franklin in the garden '83. So that's the bass, and I used a Stratocaster guitar three-way switch because that seemed like the easiest way to get to switch between all the sounds. And I tried a few different basses over the years that had ebony fingerboards because I knew that the ebony had the durability, but it didn't have the precision feel and the sound. So in 2000 I asked Fender, the custom shop, if they would make this bass, which is exactly that bass but has the ebony fingerboard. And they did, and right out the box it was just like a dream. It's the one. It just sings, it's versatile. I love it because it's a stock precision pickup, but it's also we had this custom wound to my specs. I wanted something that was really full and had a good low end, and when you switch between the two, you don't lose the intensity. You get the tonal sound change, but you don't lose the intensity. So when you switch, I mean, this is a stock American P-bass pickup here. So you got a P-bass here. You can't tell me that a fretless bass doesn't rock, because it does. But then you switch between this and you got the same intensity and volume, but with the pickup sound of the jazz pickup. And then you got the switch in between for the nice blend. So that was the reason for that, and it's just so clean and simple and easy to switch between the two. So Fender made this in 2000. Todd Krause down there, who's one of the master builders, and then Fender decided, well, maybe we should make a signature model of this and put it into production. So they did exactly that, and it was so easy because we already had the bass here. There was nothing to do. So we just, the only thing that has changed, and this is one of my favorite bits, is it now has the nameplate on the back. And that is my signature. Very arty, isn't it? But the wonderful thing about this is that for people who may just want this bass but don't want a signature on it, because some people like that, they don't like to have people's names on it, you can just take off the neck plate and put on a regular Fender neck plate on the back, and you just got a regular good old fretless precision bass there. So that is the overview of this instrument, and thrilled and honored. Oh, and we have the drop D tuner there. I have fun with this. I was down in Brazil, and I was telling the guys down there, I was doing a clinic, oh, I have an extra string on my bass, but you have to use the magic word. So I had them all saying yabba dabba doo at the top of their voice. I say, if you say yabba dabba doo, then the extra string, you get the extra string. So say it, yabba dabba doo. And they'd be like, whoa, how'd you do that? And say yabba dabba doo again. Like, whoa, I showed. I didn't want to make them think that I'd given an extra magic trick free with the bass, but you are getting a custom shop instrument here that was made by one of the master builders as a regular production model here. And this is exactly the bass that started all almost 30 years ago, my bass there. So not only are you getting a very useful instrument, you're getting a genuine instrument that I play, I've used, it's not something that they're selling, oh, let's design an instrument for Tony Franklin and put it out now. No, this is the real deal. I'm thrilled, I'm honored, I'm humble, excited and proud to have my name on a Fender bass. It really is amazing. So just please excuse me now, I just want to jam a little bit more. So thanks for coming by, and hope you enjoy the bass. And yeah, I can't help but mention that I'm playing through SWR, which I think is some of the finest bass equipment in the world, but I am a little biased because it just sounds so good.